When we left off for our very, very long spring break, we were talking about multiplication. We talked about how to sort into groups and multiply with these groups. So today, before I do a review of that, I wanted to teach you guys another way to multiply and talk about these things called arrays. So an array, I have a little chart here that I made much earlier. Arrays are things that are arranged in columns and rows. All right, so in order to understand an array, you have to understand what columns and rows are. All right, so we've kind of talked about columns before in class. So remember, columns are these things that go up and down. All right, so anytime that we're talking about a column, think of that. All right, like if any of you have a pole in your front porch, or if you see a pole on your balcony, maybe at your apartment, that can be like a column. All right. And then rows are the other part of an array. So a row goes from left to right like this. All right. So this is an example of an array I have. All right. So in an array, you always start by looking at how many rows you have. All right. So I've already written it down here. All right. But we're still going to go through and we're going to look at it. All right. So I'm going to look at my rows. All right. I see I have 1 row, 2 row, 3 rows, and 4 rows. All right. So I'm going to come down here and I will write 4. All right. Then I'm going to come and look at my columns. 1 column, 2 columns, 3 columns, 4 columns, 5 columns. So then I would write times 5. All right. So our multiplication problem for this is going to be 4 times 5. All right. Now, if we didn't know how to count by fives, which all of us pretty much do because you guys are geniuses, all right, we could just count. All right. So that's the first thing that we're going to do. We're going to count and we're going to see what 4 times 5 equals. And then we're going to check our work. All right. So let's start by looking at this first block up here, and then we're going to count columns down, up, down, up. All right, so we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So 4 times 5 equals 20. All right, and now, since I know how to count by 5, I can skip count by 5. I'm going to look, and I'm going to see, oh, well, each of my rows has 5, all right? And there are 4 rows, so this would be 5, 10, 15, 20. So, yeah, 4 times 5 equals 20, all right? So, arrays are things that you can find all the time in everyday life. And I'm going to make a video showing you guys some of the arrays in my house. As a matter of fact, I have an array right here behind me with my video games. You see how they're stacked up in columns and in rows. So that right there is an example of an array. But I have one with some of my toys over here. So these are called Funko Pops, all right? And I stacked them up into an array, all right? I cannot guarantee my cats won't walk in the shot, so I'm so sorry. All right, so I stacked these up into an array. So we're going to look at the columns and the rows that we have here, all right? So let's see. So remember, we always start with our rows, all right? Our rows go from left to right, all right? So I'm going to get my notebook, and I am going to make a picture of what this looks like. All right. So we have, like I said, 3 rows, all right? And in each of these rows, we have 3 columns, all right? So my picture will look something like, let's see, like this, all right? So here are my rows, and here are my columns. All right, now when I'm writing my equation, I always start with my rows. All right, like I said. So I'm looking, we've said multiple times, 1, 2, 3. There are 3 rows. All right, stop. All right, 3 times, all right, so we have 3 times. Now I'm going to look at my columns. All right, columns go up and down. So we're looking up and down. So let's count how many are in a column. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So each column has 3. All right. So I'm going to put that down here. All right. So now I'm going to count. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right. So 3 times 3 equals 9. All right, and then if we skip count, all right, we can check our work and see, all right? So 3 right here plus 3, I'm going to take off these. 3, 1, 2, 3, plus 3, 1, 2, 3, equals 6, all right? And then if we add another 3, 7, 8, 9. There we go, all right? So it equals 9, all right? 3 times 3 equals 9. And we have done our skip counting and our multiplication, all right? So your homework for this particular video is I want you to look around your house and see if you can find some things that are arrays, all right? If you can, I would love for you to draw a picture of it and then create the equation of your array and try to solve it. It's okay if you can't, but I really love for you to try, all right? And if you do find a really interesting or cool one, you can comment it on this video. You can send it to me through text or through email, all right? Whatever works for you, okay? And I will do a review on the other way that we discussed on how to do multiplication soon, okay? All right, bye guys, I'll see you later.